To theme number 2.
Oh, yeah.
Two.
I've been reminded for days about theme number 2.
Yeah, theme number 2. I am so excited about this, folks. Because today is the day
I can't wait
that I am going to show this girl the love of machine embroidery on toilet paper. Let's hear it. So excited.
As I look around here, I think of the cost of this.
It doesn't cost you hardly a dime. You could tear it off in case of emergency.
Oh, okay. Well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, Christy can't wait.
Yeah, can't wait. Woohoo! Debbie Isles. Woo. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be sharing with you. Our little teepee snowman.
I know, it shows up everywhere.
And so Jan says, you're dripping with enthusiasm, Allison.
I know.
I was preparing for today's segment and I just beamed from ear to ear. Okay.
I know. She's been up to something. I'm so scared.
I've been so excited for this. So I have a special surprise for you at the end.
Oh.
But I'm going to save it for the end. Thank you, Stacy. She said slow clap.
Another special surprise.
Okay, so even if you don't do machine embroidery, I hope you'll enjoy today's how-to, just for the sake of looking at her just squirm in her pants.
Okay, so Nancy, we are not going to do this every week
at all. We're going to do this every day this week? No. Oh, we should say what the theme this week is.
Yes. We do have a theme.
Is things that make you go, Wow, we did good on that.
You know, we didn't even practice.
No, we didn't. We're totally in sync.
Yep.
Things that make you go, And
I'm just raising that Martha wants me to do this on Calamity Jane. Oh no, she will not be defiled by toilet paper.
You just wait. And so it's things that make you go, and they are fun, creative gift ideas.
Right.
So,
and we had a blast. We had a blast thinking them up, actually.
Did we?
You might have. I think you did because you reminded me all day.
Yes, that's right. Exactly. So that is the theme this week. It is not embroidered toilet paper all week long. I promise you that. But today it is. So what do you need? You need a 4x4 hoop. You want some cutaway stabilizer. I'm using ultralight mesh cutaway stabilizer. This is this puppy right here, ultralight cutaway from Kimberbell. Now, Allison, you could use any cutaway. It doesn't have to be the ultralight, but this works out pretty well. Okay.
Need I repeat that I'm watching today and I'm guaranteeing I'm not doing this.
Guarantee. We'll see.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hey, look, I'm so happy today.
Me too.
All right. So you're take your 4x4 hoop and you're going to place the cutaway stabilizer in there. And we're only hooping the stabilizer all on its own. All right. Then you'll take your teepee and, I've got one rolled right here. All right. So now you need toilet paper. And we're just going to pull off a little bit, but we're not pulling it all the way off. We're still, everything's intact still. But what you want to do is you're just going to unroll it a little bit and flip it over about 2 to 3 squares worth. All right. Allison wants to make a statement. She's keeping her mouth quiet. Look at that face.
Okay. Some of you got to be with me here.
So we're going to turn it over and we're going to turn it over one more time. There we go. All right. So that you've created a nice little cushion of toilet paper here. Now, question.
Is there a brand that's better than others?
No, there's no brand. Usually the cheaper, the better. Next question. Boom. Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of tape, and this happens to be double-sided sticky tape. That works. If you don't have double-sided sticky tape, just use regular tape. That works. But look how nice that is. So I've created several layers of TP. Notice the toilet paper roll is still intact. Okay, at this point, I'm going to take my hoop and I'm going to float this on top of the hoop. Now, there's a few
float.
Allison, that is a terminology in embroidery.
Okay.
You're going to float.
I'm going to float.
Oh my gosh,
That
this
means
is
I'm
going to be
helping.
so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to place it down here, and I'm going to use a little bit of my tape to place it on there. But, oh, you know what I want to make sure of? I don't want to get it caught in the needle. Okay, so couple things, couple schools of thought here. One, some people use straight pins. I don't like to use straight pins because I don't like to have the pins to have the chance of scratching my beautiful surface of my machine.
Or what if you left it in by accident?
Oh, well, that would be bad. That would not be good at all. Now, normally I would take like a regular piece of tape and just do a little tape over that. If you catch just the very edge of it, then it will be just fine. Okay. So some people use pins. Some people will even hoop the toilet paper. I just prefer not to hoop the toilet paper. I just float it on top. So it is centered. That's all there is to it, you guys. This is so simple. So now what I'm going to do is take it over to the embroidery machine. Oh, crud. You know what I forgot to do? Sorry. Oopsies. Hold on.
Same as oh crap.
Hey, I'm trying to be a good girl. I should have the toilet paper on this side. Okay. So you want it on the left-hand side. Now I've totally made a disaster of this. Okay. There we go. You want it on the left-hand side because it's going to fall off to the left-hand side of your machine. All right. There we go. All right. So much better. Everyone's good. Toilet paper off to the left. Okay, let's go ahead and come right over here to the machine now. And when I put it on, again, this is all still intact. And I'm just going to place this right here. Pull my lever down. Okay.
My terminology I learned. Close the garage door.
Close the garage door. Yes, good job. And again, this is just hanging off the side. Okay, so you just give it a little bit of give there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I already brought up the design onto my screen. I'm actually going to, for the sake of the demonstration today, I'm going to skip over the orange carrot nose because I want to show something kind of special to everyone. Let's see. So I'm going to go straight to the black. All right. So I have black thread in. Now,
that looks a little more Forrest Gumpy to me.
Does Forrest Gumpy? Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
Remember when he wiped his face with the t-shirt and then made a smiley face?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Now, what I just did, everyone, was I did a trace on my machine so that I can make sure that the design would fit in the middle of the hoop. So I did this trace feature. If you have it, great. If you don't, that's okay. All right. Okay, let me go. All right, here we go. Okay, so I have my eyes and my face, my smile on there. And now I'll go ahead and press her foot down and begin to embroider. Notice I don't have anything on top. Okay, so So we're going to watch that embroider for just a minute. The needle I'm using is a 7511. Now, it's important to also note that not every design can be stitched on toilet paper. I mean, if you have a really super dense design, it could cause all sorts of issues with your toilet paper. Okay, you know what? I'm going to stop right there for a minute because I want to do one more thing. So you actually want a design that has been digitized either specifically for toilet paper or, and there's lots out there, or a design that is less dense, okay? Or if you have software, you can make it less dense. Now, you saw that I stitched the eye directly onto the toilet paper. Now I'm going to show you a little trick for getting a different look to this, and that's because I'm going to use the Kimberbell embroidery topping. All right, it is a permanent topping. I'm using black, and I'm just placing it over top like that. And you're going to see a huge difference when I use this topping. Now, remember, this is the same exact design, but both eyes have been digitized exactly alike. Okay. Now, for purposes of the demo, I won't continue to stitch this out. I'm going to just go ahead and cut my threads. There we go. And pull this out. Let me lift up my presser foot. Here we go. All right, let's bring the computer back. Grab this. Okay, Allison, let's take a look so far. All right, so, and I've got a completed example to show everyone more up close. So it looks a little strange right now. Have you ever
heard like an Oreo?
Have you ever heard of permanent topping?
Chris, I've never heard of embroidery on toilet paper.
Okay.
So why would I have heard of permanent topping?
Because you use it on other things besides toilet paper, Allison.
Yeah, I'm a newbie to this machine embroidery
stuff. I'm so excited to teach you something today because I want you to pull this off. Pull off the topping. Go ahead. Don't be shy. Just rip it off. Okay, there we go. Now that permanent topping stays inside there. Let's take a look at the difference. Can you see the difference?
I can see the difference.
It's huge, right? And so if you're worried about if you're worried about having fabric show through, then you know, permanent topper can be your best friend. It's going to give you very professional results.
This is not just for toilet paper.
This is not just for toilet paper, my friend. No.
Right.
So that is just a really valuable lesson right there in itself is don't be afraid of that. Now, we're going to pretend, hey, this could be like a ghost. A ghost. Here we go. We're going to just pop this out of the hoop. I mean, you guys, it just doesn't get any simpler, right? And then you just pull this through. There we go. And you just cut this away. You cut your stabilizer away, okay, after that's all been embroidered. Then what you do is you just, you got scissors. There we go. Yeah, or a mummy, Chloe said. Yep. Okay, so I'm just going to pull this back.
Do not cut your toilet paper.
No. That would be so sad. Right? Okay, so I just pull it back. I've wasted a lot right here because I didn't stitch out the whole thing. but you would just. I cut my toilet. Oh my heck! This is what I'm doing when lots of people are watching. Okay,
that's a finger through the toilet paper. That's a problem. It's a mummy.
Hello,
for sure.
everyone. Here we go.
It's Mr. Napkin Head.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, don't be like Chris and cut the toilet paper. I'm doing too many things at once,
sorry,
Allison.
Chris. I'm the one that made you do
You're
it.
totally stressing me out.
I'm sorry. Gosh, first I tell her she's not funny, then I make her cut the toilet paper. So anybody watched that Adele concert last night?
Oh, was that amazing or what?
Yes.
Okay, there you go, folks.
Oh.
He's a really spooky looking ghost or mummy because he's got one really black eye and one not so much. Okay, well, folks, there you have it. Don't do as Chris did. Do what I say, right? You don't want to cut your teepee.
Oh, I'm just so glad. I'm just so glad I'm not the only one, Chris.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Ladies, you know what I would say at this point?
Don't
fire me.
Oh my gosh. Oh jeez. I have never cut my toilet paper, guys. Never ever. That's what happens when you have cheap scissors. Can someone get us a new pair of scissors, please?
That's all I want for Christmas.
There you go. Here we go. You just roll that baby back on. Oh my gosh, he looks terrible. Look at him.
He looks
and
just
then
a
you
little
put a little
rugged,
tape.
like maybe he's been used.
I know. Look. Oh, grab me the scissors. Grab me the scissors. Okay. You know what? We can make lemonade out of lemons.
Yes.
Here we go. He's going to be a mummy. Look at that.
Oh, I'm so scared of him.
It's not as scary as a skeleton. There, it's a mummy. Oh my gosh. You know, this is why I lay awake at night.
Me too.
This is why Chris has to embrace meditation. He's a mummy.
This is why Allison has to embrace medication.
Touche.
Oh
my goodness, you guys. I can't make this stuff up.
Oh, fringe it into a mustache.
I hear Mr. Whipple saying, don't squeeze my Charmin. And Chris, don't cut up. Actually, it is cute. Thank you.
Yes,
Elisa.
It is cute. It is cute. Elisa just wants to be Employee of the Month.
She already is. All right. I love Elisa. All right. I love you too.
I'm just not Employee of the Month.
Oh my heck. Okay. So, you could have put the carrot nose over the tear. Yes, I probably could have. I would have had to
tape it,
but I'd have to tape it, and it would be after the fact, so that would be kind of tricky.
Yes,
I don't know. Sometimes it's not even worth it. I mean, really. I mean, it was you just tear off the toilet paper, and there you go. So, all right. Yeah. So let's take a look at the real deal. This one is without permanent topping. Can you see the white showing through? This one is with permanent topping. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness. There we go. Best buddies. Permanent topper, no permanent topper. You choose.
Inferior,
superior. There we go. There we go. Super fun, right? Now, let me show you.
I'm with you. I would just start over too.
Let me show you a few pictures from a few years past. Okay, so one year, Annette Levitt is on here, so she can vouch for me. One year for Christmas, I made all of my neighbors toilet paper snowmen. And Annette even still has hers. And I have a few pictures I was able to dig up of this.
No, they did not use a topper on the noses.
No, I did use a topper on the nose.
Oh,
I
you
used
did?
a yellow topper for the nose.
Oh, I see it.
I sure
I
did.
sure see it.
So
Okay.
you can see, look how cute my little guy is. I mean, it makes for a very unique gift. So I went outside, I got some branches, poked them in the sides. I had digitized some little buttons.
Sanitary.
Well, you're not going to use it. And then look at his top is tissue paper.
Oh, cute.
That I did.
Okay, that is cute.
Now I used another one to be a snowman s'more, like a marshmallow. So this one was on top of a piece of cardboard and a piece of brown foam. Here's his whole picture.
Oh,
and then of course
it's
tied a little
worth
candy
it
bar
because there's a candy bar on top.
It's so cute.
That's so cute.
So cute. And look at this little guy too. See, he's cute.
Yeah, I just would not suggest roasting him.
No, don't roast him. But I had an army of snowmen, and three stacks.
How much
of
time
toilet
did that
paper.
take you?
You know, it took a little bit of time.
Yeah, that's time you'll never get back.
It was worth it because Annette still.
I think it's cute. I just like to give you a hard time.
That's right. Yeah, Marcia, probably most people used it during COVID.
Yeah,
you totally could have. I mean, it really is.
I mean,
the gift that keeps
giving. Have I told you that I had to send a package back east to one of my girlfriends?
No.
I did.
Toilet paper?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
And just
should have been embroidered.
If I could have embroidered on it.
Yeah, you could have let it go. Let it go. Let it go. So look how fun that is. Now, Allison.
Okay.
Because I love you so much, I had
so scared.
I had to do a special one just for you.
Okay.
In fact, you could probably put this on eBay and it might go for $1.
Janine says during the pandemic, you probably had to keep these safe.
Yes. Okay. Only those of you who saw 3 Themes at 3 originally, when we talked about embroidered toilet paper, will be able to get this joke. Okay? So you have to type in the comments whether you get this or not. Okay, are you ready? Here's one that I digitized just for you. I guarantee you.
I love it. Oh my gosh, we should sell that. People will buy that
for $1.
Yes.
So that is for you. I asked Mallory to draw it up, and then I just put it together for I guarantee Allison to you. So I want this to sit proudly on your desk.
Okay.
Probably next to your bikini skeleton.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And know how much we value you here.
Oh,
it's all because
I can't even laugh or make fun of that because you did that special for me.
I did. There's no other Allison I know that has said something so
vile, profane.
On 3 at 3. We've had a few.
Got a
but
green
nothing
bow
like
too.
this. I know it does. It does. So there you go. Your very own TP.
Oh, yes.
And break in case of an emergency. But there you go.
And I don't want to see anybody taking it off my desk.
No.
I sit next to the bathroom.
She does.
And taking it in there with them.
So there you go, my friends. That's for you.
I love it.
That's for you.
I love it.
And Lisa says, what does it say? It says, I guarantee Allison you. And if you're not sure where that comes from, go back 3 weeks to a Friday when myself and Kyle and Allison had an interesting conversation to see the least.
Pure exhaustion.
There we go.
I love it. I
so
do
there
love
you go.
it. How did you guys all keep that a secret from me?
I've been so excited to give it to you. So, but for those of you in Stabilizer Lab, let me go ahead and we'll finish up with theme number 2 because Stabilizer Lab, I have an announcement for you, and then we'll talk about deal of the day. So we've done theme number 1. Now you know have a smile.
Yes.
Now you know how to embroider on toilet paper. Easy, right,
Easy.
everyone?
Things that make
Very-
you go,
Hmm. And then